Ahoy, hoy, I'm Pavo.
And I'm Neil.
And welcome to That's No Moon.
It's a podcast.
Your weekly digest of all the Star Wars news. No, there's not much going on this week.
It's gone quite quiet, but that's because
has.
we're building up to the biggie, aren't we? We're building up to the release now. So
We are literally 2 weeks away.
it's so close. So close. Right, so, I'll fire straight in.
Go on then, do it.
Empire magazine have released shots from their latest issues and covers. So the first one is one for the dark side, and the second one is Force, one for the light side of the Force. So you can choose either or either. The magazine also comes with a 40th anniversary supplement inside. I'm sure they've done something similar to that before, didn't they, with the 30th? Anyway, let's carry on. And if you're a subscriber, you will be sent a cool Porg cover. No, I like that one. Empire have also tweeted a picture from inside the issue, a little teaser of snowtroopers on crate. So, Pav, I'm going to ask you. You'll probably buy it. I know I will. Which cover are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for the dark side.
Oh, I was going to go for the light side.
Well, there you go. Two halves of the same whole.
Nice pictures. Good pictures.
My
favourite is the...
So the one that struck me about the Porgs is I looked at that and I realised that they look like hot cross buns. Because they've got that white cross.
I didn't sort of twig that, but now you say
they just look. That's all I could think of. I don't know whether it's because I was feeling hungry at the time, but they look like Porg hot cross buns.
Now, do you think the Porgs are cute?
I do think they're cute.
I'm still undecided yet. Although I did laugh at that. I know we've spoken about the TV spots and lot recently, but the one with Chewie did make me chuckle, where he just knocked him off the dashboard or whatever you want to call it. Did make me chuckle.
I do think that they look a little bit like they look really, really cute, but then they could turn and they could look really, really vicious because they've got those like really sharp little teeth, even though they're that little cute
like
mouth.
puffins.
Yeah.
I don't know whether puffins...
I think that's what they're based on, isn't it? Sort of puffins, stroke penguins. But yeah, I think that's going to be. It's obviously going to be the toy of the movie, but I think there's going to be some kind of nice relationship between Chewie and the Porgs. I think
so. But
Porg.
You were talking earlier on, and obviously there's a rumor going around that Chewie eats one. It's a kids' film.
I think it's going to be that sort of thing where he's going to take one on the adventure with him and sort of have it on his shoulder or something.
I was going to say, imagine if he just like bites his head off, slurps down the blood, and off he goes. That's his new energy drink.
Or maybe just behind him in the corner of the cockpit, there's like a pile of dead Porg corpses.
Oh dear!
And they've all got their heads on it.
All these kids are number one toy, and then get disturbed for life after watching it. Yeah.
I mean, it could happen. Someone will do a meme of that anyway, whether it's in the movie or not. But someone will do a meme of it.
Of course.
So
it seems Mark Hamill is still angry about the WAMPA scene from Empire Strikes Back. He took to Twitter to say, now this is the tweet, so I'm going to read it. So
read it verbatim.
I will. When filming scene, I was assured my lightsaber swipe towards camera, creature not on set, would simply singe fur to scare him off. Horrified to later see amputation and unnecessary cruelty, Wampa was hungry, not evil. Luke would never do this. So now...
So it's taken him now... What are we looking at? 37 years to say that?
Well, yeah, he's obviously animal rights and everything. But
only now? Why is he not worried about it 37 years ago?
But if you do think about it, as people have said, and I read a few comments... It is probably the most violent thing that Luke does in the whole trilogy.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't really. You look at any fight that he has, he doesn't win any fight that he has.
No,
I mean,
But does it seem out of character for Luke? Because I was thinking about this, and I thought, well, no, I don't think so. He's on the point of being eaten himself and going to die. The Wampa's obviously hungry and wants to eat, so they're both in a conflict of interest. It's like the story of like the polar bear and a person, isn't it? And they shoot the polar bear before they're eaten. I mean, it's survival instinct, isn't it?
Whether it's out of character, I mean, he never killed the Wampa.
No, he just
sliced his arm off, which is a running motif through all of the Star Wars movies, that limbs fly off everywhere. The only difference is that you do see a little bit of blood.
Actually, now you think of it, you do.
And in the special edition version, which always again sticks out like a sore thumb compared to the original one, the Wampa's munching on the Tauntaun anyway, so you see more blood and drool and stuff. Out of character. I mean, look, if anyone's going to know whether it's out of character for Luke Skywalker or is Mark Hamill.
Yeah, well, he didn't really.
But at the same time, if you were in that position,
exactly, you're freezing.
I'd be having the Wampa's head off. I wouldn't be just worried about an arm because he's still got legs. He's still going to follow you.
I mean, if you think about that whole, later on when Han slices open the Tauntaun and puts Luke in, that's a pretty grim scene as well, isn't it?
But if I know it's not real world. If you were in that real world situation, I would have slit the Wampa down the middle, skinned it, and had its fur to go out into the snow.
I thought you were going to say just get inside and walk around.
Like he's a he's a Halloween
and then he comes,
costume.
We changed Empire Strikes Back for the worst. He comes out the cave, Han, I'm all right, and Han thinks he's an actual Wampa and shoots him.
Just shoots him.
Shit.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're going to look at it that he needs to stay alive, you're gonna use what you can.
It is. It's just a tweet that. Well, like you said, why take this long to say?
It seems really strange to sort of mention something like that now. It really does.
Maybe he's only just thought about it. It's come to him suddenly this late on. He suddenly thought, hang on.
Yeah, maybe. I was going to say, have you got Battlefront 2 yet?
I haven't because it's on my my Father Christmas list.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Have you been a good boy?
Oh, I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, we will find out. Yeah, I've been playing it. Now, online, I'm totally crap, so there's no point in me playing online because I last 2 seconds. But I will say, I don't know how far I'm into the
story mode.
Yeah, the story mode. But it's fantastic.
Is it good?
It is fantastic. There's so many bits about it that's really good. There's the fact that it is intertwined and is canon to Star Wars. So it's finding out what happens just after Return of the Jedi. But you're seeing it from an Imperial point of view when the Death Star blows up. But you also play other characters. You're not just playing Iden Versio. You're playing Luke, you play Han, you play Princess Leia, you play all these different things, and like Han has got like a beard.
Oh, really?
He's in Maz Kanata's castle, and he's got like a beard, and he's obviously still doing the stuff that he does, and you're Luke, and Luke's got obviously the Return of the Jedi costume on. Some of it's pretty hard. I mean, I'm stuck on this one bit that I can't get through, but that is the way to play the game. Now, I know that the game has had a lot of controversy in regards to loot crates and having to buy things to be able to further yourself in.
Really?
I think that's more online, and I know that from what I've read, because again, I don't tend to read anything about online because I'm not interested in the online because I'm rubbish at it.
You need to be a good gamer, don't you?
But it's apparently the only way that you can forward yourself to getting better guns and all this sort of stuff is by getting these loot crates, and then you have to pay money for them. And apparently Disney have told EA to knock that on the head for a while. So I think they've stopped it for a while because we had a different update that came up. But I would just, if it was just that, I would still pay for that.
Really?
For that game. It is.
No, I have asked for it because it's the only game. I mean, I'm not a huge gamer. I enjoy a game every now and then, and I did buy the first one and was thoroughly disappointed. Well, not visually, it was stunning.
Absolutely, and this one is as well.
It got dull. You were just doing the same thing over and over.
And I'm sure once I've finished the story mode, it will probably get dull quite quickly.
But there might be. Is there things? So, like when you play other games like Uncharted, you play it once and you've obviously missed loads. Is that the same you're going to have here?
Yeah, and you can pick up. There's things hidden and secret bits and pieces that you don't see. So, like I say, I don't know how far I am into the story, but I'm genuinely interested in finding out how it will link up, or if it links up to The Force Awakens, and whether it will leap into time, because it has leapt, I think, a couple of times, like 6 months later and stuff like that. Whether it links Because there was something online, somebody was saying that could Iden Versio be Rey's mum and stuff like that. And I don't know whether or not they were just saying that or whether they were something to do with the story. I don't know. There might be people listening to this who will say, "Oh, I know, I've played the end of it." I don't know.
All right, but sure, that's a sort of spoiler though. That would be for the movie rather than the game, wouldn't it?
Well, no, because if that nugget of information is in the game, then people would have already finished playing it, wouldn't they? And that would have been in there. But I mean, I don't know. Like I say, I'll wait until I get to the end and see. But I would thoroughly recommend it for any Star Wars fan that loves the story of Star Wars. This fills in a few of the little gaps.
Well, fingers crossed Santa comes to me
Yeah.
with that as a shiny little gift. Now. A few weeks ago, I quizzed you on A New Hope, or as it was when it first was released, was just Star Wars. There was nothing else to it.
Itchy nostrils.
We found out bits and all these sort of bits and bobs that you like or dislike about the film. Now, I want to do the same with The Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
So, the second film, the first sequel of Star Wars. Now, do you remember going to see it for the first time?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember where you saw it?
It was Cheltenham. I went and saw it.
Yeah.
And they were giving away stickers. I can remember like yellow stickers. And they ran out, I think, 2 or 3 people in front of where we were.
Oh, no.
That was the day when you used to just line up and hope you got into the cinema rather than just, having seating. And I mean, I can't remember the last time I've been to a full cinema.
Right.
It probably was for, I don't even think The Force Awakens. It was absolutely full.
No.
I think Avatar was the last time that I went to an absolutely full to the brim cinema.
Right.
Which was weird. But anyway, yeah, so it was in the old Cheltenham cinema, yeah.
Right. Because this one was released in the summer, wasn't it? Of
1980,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
So it did come out sort of May, summertime. It wasn't far behind, was it?
No.
I remember seeing it in Swindon, and what I remember most about it is coming out myself and going to Trent's.
Oh.
And being allowed to buy one figure, me and my brother, one figure each, which was a real treat. And that's what I remember most about that.
It's weird because Trent's, back in the day, had a Han Solo gun. And again, all you youngsters listening, that was in the day where toy guns looked like proper guns. They weren't orange and white and stuff, for safety reasons now. And it was a proper Han Solo blaster. I can't remember whether I was with my nan or with my mum, and they said, "Oh, you can have it if you want." And I went, "Nah, it's all right." And I didn't bother getting it. And I every time I always thought, "You idiot! Why didn't you just get it?" Because I always wanted it, and I don't know why why I didn't pick it up. I don't know. I honestly don't know why.
So let's go back to the movie then.
Zodiac as well. Do you remember Zodiac?
I do.
The other toy shop in Swindon.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we can reminisce all about that. So I want to go back to when you watched the film for the first time then, and you've seen it. Do you think you've seen it more than New Hope, or not quite as much? Or,
no, I haven't seen it as much as New Hope. But that was I can remember watching. I don't know whether it was film. Barry Norman. It would have been film 79 probably, and he showed a couple of tiny clips. So it was the clip of Luke on Bespin when he's following like Boba Fett, and R2 comes up behind him and sort of bangs into him, and he sort of waves him away, and then he walks in, and then the door shuts, and then he rises from the floor and he's in the carbonite chamber. That was one of the bits I remember that they showed.
Right.
And obviously those were the days when you didn't have internet.
No.
So that was when I realised that a new Star Wars film was coming out. I thought, oh my God, look at this. This is amazing. So I think that was probably the very first clip I remember seeing of The Empire Strikes Back. But I haven't seen it as much as A New Hope, I don't think.
So what would be your favourite scene from The Empire Strikes Back?
I would say everything in the carbonite chamber. I mean, I know that's cheating because it's 2 or 3 scenes.
I was going to say there's a few different ones.
But you're going from Han Solo being encased in carbonite, the Han and Leia interaction, just the look of the set, the sort of the reds and the blacks and the oranges and that, just the whole look of that set is amazing. And then the lightsaber fight, one of the most iconic shots ever is that wide shot of both of them. They're about to touch lightsabers, and it's just like their silhouettes.
Yeah.
You can't get. It's just a beautifully composited shot, just with the colours. I mean, again, it's. I think the reason I love Star Wars, apart from the fact of the story, is the production design. Everything just looks so cool, and even that, even Force Awakens, you looked at. I always look at things. I've got the book of the, like dissections of the ships and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And I look in wonder at it and think it's just amazingly
intricate. Isn't
yeah,
it?
but it's
And
like
everything.
X-wings and TIE fighters. They're simple in their design, but just so beautiful. And the Millennium Falcon is one of those things that you look at it and it shouldn't look a thing of beauty.
Well, it looks cool, doesn't it?
But it just looks amazing, and I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it why, and I think that's why Star Wars and Empire and stuff, because they come out with... I mean, I've never been a fan of the Cloud City ships, those two little bubbles and stuff, but you still look at them and you think, it's just a cool design. So that's my favourite. Yeah, I know that's a bit of a cheat. That's like 2 or 3 scenes in one.
I'll let you have it.
Well, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Thank you.
Well, you know, I can be judge and jury and executioner.
Absolutely.
What about the worst scene? What is there any bits in Empire that stick out for you and make you go, "Oh no," or "Oh no"?
I don't think there is. It's probably no. I don't. I don't think there is. I can't think. I've always said that Star Wars: A New Hope is my favourite out of all of them, but Empire again is one of those movies that is pretty much almost a perfect movie. I don't think there's that much. I mean, now that they've actually sort of tidied up some of the special effects, I can't think. There's nothing I can say that's negative. I'm sure there's people that would be able to find some negatives. You know, I don't know. Luke's big nappy. Maybe that. In the back to tank. Maybe that.
Well, maybe.
Or and the fact that Luke and Leia kiss.
That may be a little bit weird.
But that's just
accident. It's an accident.
Yeah.
They don't know, do they? So
they don't. But then George Lucas should have known when he.
But then maybe they should have had feelings. They both got the Force in them.
Well.
Wrong sort of feelings.
Yeah. Wrong sort of Force.
So let's go as well to the iconic twist. The that I am your father. Spoilers if nobody. They shouldn't have. I mean, it's everywhere, isn't it?
It's everywhere.
How shocked or how surprised were you when you first saw that?
I honestly can't remember how I reacted.
You see, I think it washed over me a little bit. It took till I saw it again to be like, oh my God.
Although I still find it spine tingly now when I know it's coming and I know when it's going to be. But I'll tell you what my worst bit about it, of the movie, I would say, is Mark Hamill's ADR on when he shouts no. Because it doesn't quite fit.
Right, okay.
Because he goes, no, like that. But it doesn't... Because obviously he added the dialogue afterwards. It doesn't quite fit.
Right.
And that always...
I'm going to have to look for that. I've not really noticed.
There are moments in a lot of the Star Wars movies where just simple little things like that doesn't fit. In Return of the Jedi, when they're in that shuttle and they're going towards the Forest Moon of Endor and they got to wait for the codes to be accepted, and Han says to Chewie something like, well, keep your distance but don't look like you're keeping your distance, and then Chewie goes and he says, well, I don't know, fly casual. When he says fly casual, it doesn't sync up with his mouth.
Right.
And I'm thinking that is surely a simple bit of editing that you just take that fly casual and just move that sound wave a touch more. I could do that.
Well, you could on modern technology, of course. Back then, on the old film.
Well, yeah, even so, the audio and the film is shot on 2 separate things. You can sync it up, surely.
Well,
or
you
even
would
a special
have thought
edition. I thought they would have done it, but it just those little things are the things that I think that's something that you could have. That's not going to spend. You're not going to spend millions, getting rid of a moustache. Doing that. Let's not go back to just. I don't want to.
So, your favourite scene I've obviously talked about. What about the most impressive scene, or was there anything that really stuck out for you in that sense, where you saw, like, for me, it was the AT-ATs when you saw them walking across the snow.
Yeah,
I was almost, I can remember it now, just thinking, oh my god, they're huge.
I think for me it's Yoda,
right?
Because you forget that he's a Muppet or a puppet.
Yeah.
Because even though his mouth is only going up and down, there's so much emotion and life in his face, and the way that Frank Oz worked him and made him move, you forget that he is just like foam and rubber and mechanical eyes and stuff.
He does look good though, doesn't it? For a puppet, it's pretty amazing, especially at the time.
I think when they did the original Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, and he was they did the CGI, and especially in the first version in Phantom Menace, that just looked strange. It didn't look right. And even in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, I still would have preferred the puppet.
There's elements in those prequels where he actually looks more like a cartoon than the CGI.
Yeah.
That's a bit distracting. So what about favourite character then in Empire?
The Ugnaughts.
Really?
No. No.
Was it the earpieces or whatever?
No, I think it's Han Solo.
Yeah.
I think it's Han Solo.
He has got a great... obviously, as well, the coolness of Boba Fett came in.
Yeah.
You know.
Even though, when you look at it, he doesn't do much.
And he's barely in it,
He's barely in it. So, no, for me, it's Han Solo.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Well, I think, how would you rank that then in your movies? I asked you, and you said last week, the last time we spoke about this on The New Hope was number 1. So where would this rank?
I think I would put it at number 2.
Yeah, it would be your second movie.
Yeah.
Do you know what's making me want to do now we're talking about Empire?
What's
because
that?
It's my personal favourite, is watch it.
Oh, right.
I've got a real buzz to watch it right now.
Well.
Can spoil ourselves. Well, thank you, Pav.
Well, that's all right, Neil.
Do you know, I will be coming back to you and we'll be talking about Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Yeah.
Whenever we get round to it. And but if you've got a comment about Empire Strikes Back or Mark Hamill's tweet or even the Empire covers, which one do you want to choose? Do please comment below. And when you do comment, do remember to press the like button.
Indeed. And also come and subscribe to the podcast. Go on to Apple Podcasts and search Pancast, and you'll find That's No Moon there. Come and leave us a 5-star review, mind.
Yes, please.
Leave us a 5-star review. That would be lovely. And also, put a little... What do we call it? Comment. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Comment everywhere.
Comment. And if you'd like to go to our Threadless store, we now have some That's No Moon merch. We have shirts and mugs and stuff like that.
Well, we've just looked at them and they do look rather tasty.
We will maybe put a photograph up when we have our shirts on. So they do look very nice. But all sorts of different things. Just go to pancast.threadless.com and you'll get all the information and you'll be able to see our shop. With loads of goodies on there.
Brilliant.
So that's it. We are now literally, let me think. I'll try and work this out. So we will have 2 shows left.
No, because we'll
have one show next week, and then I'm sure we'll be doing a show before, won't we? We must be doing...
Well, I'm at a gig that night, aren't I?
Well, we'll have to do it on the Tuesday.
We'll do it on the Tuesday, the night before.
The night before.
So that'll be interesting, won't it?
Yes. I cannot believe the host of a weekly Star Wars show is not going to be seeing The Last Jedi on the opening night.
I will talk to you about that. Fingers crossed it might come my way. It might have worked in my way.
I hope so. So that's it. So thank you very much from me.
And thank you very much from me.
And may the Force be with you all.
Ways.